Busy times on the UK weather scene over the next few days. Stay tuned to the Force 13 UK and Ireland YouTube channel for the latest videos and potential live events. High temperatures today, February the 15th, where the highest temperature was in Chivenor in Devon, 11 degrees Celsius. Yeovilton also at 11 degrees, cloudy. Aboyne was the lowest temperature this morning, -5 there in the northern part of Scotland. Altnahara not far off at -4, under clear skies in the eastern part of the country. Here are the current weather advisories, and there are lots of them right now, mainly for wind, but there's wintry weather occurring in northern Scotland, and there are some flooding concerns, including one flood warning in Cumbria. This is what we're looking at over the next few hours then tonight. Overnight there'll be lots of rain occurring pretty much over the whole part of the British Isles. Cold north of there, falling back to freezing again in northern Scotland. But everywhere else should be fairly mild, particularly further south in southern England. 11 degrees in some places, won't be getting much cooler than that. But you saw there the winds providing gales possibly near hurricane force over parts of the Irish Sea coasts. After that, another rain band moves in on Wednesday afternoon. You can see it here, affecting Scotland by the afternoon hours, and not very warm there, as you can see. The warmer temperatures further south once again. In the central belt there, they're getting decent temperatures, 10 or 11 degrees Celsius. Over Ireland, 11, pushing towards 13 maybe in the southern part of the country, and in England and Wales fairly mild as well. Further south there'll be much less precipitation and some breaks in the cloud, but further north over the Pennines and in the northwest in particular, it looks like there's going to be quite a bit of rainfall, certainly by the time we get to the afternoon. But further south there you can see the southeast as well, looking pretty decent, and a fairly warm day by winter standards at 14 degrees Celsius. And you can see the winds though, that will take some numbers off the temperatures, which are very strong further north, and you can see moving in towards Ireland, getting very strong indeed, up towards hurricane force, particularly further north where those bands are, and you can see it pushing through there throughout the overnight hours. Those winds will probably start to die down a little bit, but cool weather overnight, clear skies in England, but in Scotland rainier and colder. On Thursday, it's not much better in terms of temperatures for Scotland in particular, but it won't be cold enough for snow at least, but it'll still be pretty cool temperatures, 4-5 degrees. You can see there the highs. The hills obviously will be getting more wintry stuff. Further south, more rainfall, particularly across the central part of Ireland, moving towards northwest England and Wales. High temperatures around 8 degrees in those areas, and warmer further south where there's clearer skies, 10 or 11 degrees. The theme of this week though is going to be strong winds. I imagine they'll have let off a little bit by this point before we get the next onslaught. Obviously we know these two storms that are moving through right now over the course of the next few days. That's the southern part of England, 10 or 11 degrees the high, looking decent until we look once again at the wind profiles. Well, it's not too bad in southern England, but further north and along the Irish Sea coast the winds will be getting up again. A little bit of a reprieve for southeastern England on Thursday. But then looking towards the southwest, you'll see the big one moving in during the early hours of Friday morning, and there you can see it. Very cold north of this system. It's sucking up so much energy, and it's likely to deliver significant wind speeds to the southern part of England as it moves through there. Very mild on the southern side of it, but behind that, much colder temperatures down to around 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. Rumours that this storm could be a very powerful one, with some models suggesting up towards 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts, although we'll have to see whether that occurs. At the moment the Met Office are only expecting around 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for the southern areas of England, particularly in the southwest on Friday. We'll have more details on that when we get closer to the time here on Force 13 UK and Ireland.